Hello guys, this is Brianna with Temperance Tarot, and this is going to be a pick a card reading that's a little different. This is going to be a reading based on pregnancy, fertility, your future spouse and who you'll have kids with, and the energy of your future children. I've been feeling called to do this reading for a while, so feel free to pause, take a moment, and pick. Number 1, we have the black Obsidian. Number 2, we have the rose Quartz. Number 3, we have the Amethyst, and number 4, we have the clear Quartz. So feel free to take a minute, pause the video, and pick whichever one calls out to you. The best way that I do it is whatever my eye goes to first. It's not the color or the crystal that I really want. Whatever one's the prettiest to me, it's whatever my eye is drawn to first. That's usually the right way to pick. I will say that these energies can be you, your spouse, or your child. So let's do it. I will say take these with a grain of salt. I've heard that, pregnancy and fertility readings in tarot may not be very accurate. So just take it with a grain of salt. This is just something to kind of have fun with, and I hope it resonates with your situation. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move these all back. Let's get started with the Black Obsidian group. So, and I did also take notes as I was shuffling. I got a lot of information, so I could not keep track of it all. Let's get started. All right, so we have the Magician. We have the Star. We have the King of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. The Nine of Pentacles. Justice. We have Pluto. Mercury. Ascendant, Neptune, and then you guys, I only tried to do 4 of each, but you guys got an extra one, and it's going to be the 8th house. So, let's get started. Let's get started with first of all, if you guys are wanting to get pregnant soon, and you guys are planning to have a family, I do see that it would be a good time. We have the Magician and the Star. So the Magician is all about manifesting things into your life, and the Star is Aquarius energy. It's also about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes being fulfilled. We have the Wheel of Fortune, so this to me is like divine timing and things that are meant to be. Let's start with the King of Swords as a father. It is a king, so this is just masculine energy. This could also be you if you're a woman and you just have more masculine traits. The King of Swords is someone who's very successful. He is someone who is very logical. He uses his head over his heart. As a father, he's not very sensitive and doesn't understand like a lot of the emotions of the child. Like if if your kid's throwing a temper tantrum, he doesn't really understand why. He's very logical and doesn't understand. That children don't really get logic at that point. They're more ruled by emotions. King of Swords is someone who is aloof. He's also very caring and loving from a distance. He just doesn't show it very well. He's someone who's very fair, and I like that we do have justice here because that kind of goes hand in hand. So he may be someone who has a law enforcement background. The energies I'm getting from this card is Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, and Libra. So this could be your sign, your spouse's sign, or maybe even the sign of your future child. Next, I want to talk about the Queen of Cups as a mother. So the Queen of Cups is someone who would put her husband before her child. And not in a bad way, it's just the Queen of Cups is someone who puts her marriage first because they believe that a happy family starts with a happy marriage. And there's nothing wrong with that. The Queen of Cups is someone who is a very good mother. And like I said, this could be, energies could be reversed, so this could actually be the male in this situation. They just may have a more feminine energy about them. So yes, the Queen of Cups is a good mother. She allows her children to grow up kind of around the arts. She encourages, dreams and fantasies. She's someone who's very sensitive, very intuitive, and someone who's a very good listener. So that would make for a very good mother. the energies I'm getting for this is Gemini, Cancer, Libra, and Scorpio. So yeah, we have Libra for both of them because we do have Justice here too. So we have Libra, strong Libra energy here. We have strong Virgo energy. We do have the Knight of Pentacles too. We have strong Gemini energy as well. And with the Star and the Swords, so those are both air signs, we do have strong Aquarius here. The Knight of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, particularly Virgo. I forgot also it's Cancer with the Queen of Cups also. You could be dealing with a Cancer. But yeah, the Knight of Pentacles is someone who's very stable, someone who's very slow moving. So your spouse could be someone who is has a very successful career, someone who is very dependable and reliable. The Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is usually like a independent card. It's like the single lady, which is not a bad thing. So the Knight of Pentacles is someone who relies on herself or himself, someone who is very independent, someone who's not very codependent on their spouse. In this reading, you could just be very independent, very not codependent on your spouse. This could be, maybe I don't see any bad cards like divorce or like separations. So I wouldn't say that, you're going to be single after you have a child. For some, it's very possible. But for others, this just means that you're very independent. You could be the King of Swords or the Knight of Pentacles. You could have a very successful career. You could be the one maybe being more financially stable and maybe being more of a provider in this relationship. We do have Justice, so I feel like you guys are going to be very balanced. Your situation will be very balanced. It will be very... I feel like it's going to be very smooth. Like, you guys are going to be like a team. I feel like a lot of teamwork is here. A lot of equal opportunity, equal partnership, that kind of thing. As far as the planets, so we have Neptune, which talks about dreams. It talks about the imagination, memories, subconscious, self-sacrifice, ideals, universal love, visions, meditation, spirituality, compassion, empathy, fantasies, escapism, the ether, enchantment, confusion, veils, and magic. I feel like you guys, either you or your child, someone's going to have a very strong imagination, especially with the Queen of Cups. She's all about fantasies and dreams. So I feel like someone's has a very dreamy-like quality about them. Maybe you have a lot of water in your charts. Your spouse has a lot of water in your charts. Or your future child could very well be a Cancer. Be very dreamy. Be very imaginative. Maybe a little, maybe very spiritual. Maybe a little, like I want to say, like a little psychic, a little intuitive. Neptune is also ruled by Pisces, so they could have strong Pisces in their chart. Your child could be a Pisces. Next, we have Pluto, which is transformation. This is the card about renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, composting, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, and extremes. Pluto is ruled by Scorpio, so that again is water energy. Your child could be a Scorpio. You could just be going through a lot of transformations right now, especially when you do get pregnant. That puts a lot of, your body's never the same. So you could be going through a major transformation like that. Especially, when you get pregnant, your mindset changes, your ideals, your motivation changes. Everything just kind of flips. Next, we have... was it the 8th house? Did I do that one? No, Mercury. That's the one. Sorry. Okay, Mercury is communication. It's about words, thoughts, analysts, information, learning, trade, ideas, smarts, reporting, awareness, vision, lens, palette, perception, curiosity, narrative, muse, and wonder. So Mercury is Gemini and Virgo energy. So we do have strong Virgo here and Gemini. I have said those a lot in these cards. So pay attention to that. Your child could be a Gemini or Virgo. I feel like they're very good with communication and their words. Perhaps they're, growing up they might want to be a writer or maybe an artist. With the Queen of Cups, we have very artistic taste here. So they could be very good with writing, very good with maybe journaling or journalism is something they'd be interested in, being like a reporter. I see that they have a lot of ideas, a lot of fantasies. And I'm also getting that they process information differently. Perhaps, and this may not be a bad thing, but maybe perhaps like a little bit of like a learning, I don't want to say disability, but maybe like ADHD, ADD, perhaps maybe some dyslexia, maybe, maybe some mild forms of autism. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I feel like that's going to make them very creative, very, the way that they process things, the way that they process art and the world and images around them. It's going to make them very different, but I feel like in a good way. 8th house is intimacy. It's also Scorpio energy. We have a lot of Scorpio here. It's about investments, intensity, contracts, sex, erotic capital, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, inheritance, Kundalini energy, stalking, and the underworld. So, I don't know if you guys, maybe your spouse is a Scorpio, maybe you're a Scorpio. If your child is a Scorpio, they are very mysterious. Scorpios kind of hold back a lot of things. They're very, and when I say an intense energy, I really mean intense. And it's something that isn't to really be explained. Once you're around a Scorpio, you just understand their energy is intense, especially if you're very intuitive. It could feel very like suffocating. It doesn't always have to be bad, especially if this is your spouse. It could just be like a very high sexual, suffocating type of energy, very intense, very high emotion, things like that. We do have like stalking and obsession here twice. I feel like, with Pluto and the 8th house, they're both Scorpio energy. So just be careful with that, especially with your spouse. If they are a Scorpio, just be mindful of that. All right, that is pretty much all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and clean these cards up, and let's get started with the next group. All right, the next group we have is the Rose Quartz. Let's see what we have. Yes, I remember this group. Okay. So, the cards that we have here, the first one I want to talk about is the 5 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. We also have the King of Wands with the Queen of Wands, which is good. We have the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands again, the Page of Cups. We have Uranus. I don't know how to pronounce this, but Quinix, I don't know how to pronounce that one. It means complexity. Aries and Scorpio energy. So let's get started. First I want to talk about, the 5 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Pentacles is about being abandoned and being left out in the cold. The Hierophant is Taurus energy, and it also talks about commitment in a traditional sense, like getting engaged and married. I feel like these two cards together definitely mean a fear of being abandoned, a fear of commitment. I feel like some of you guys may have had abandonment issues growing up, and by that I mean, maybe one of your parents, your father or your mother, wasn't around very much. Maybe they left the family while you were very young. Maybe just in your relationships, things haven't really gone very well. And maybe you're kind of afraid to be in a committed relationship and to kind of put yourself out there again. We have the King of Wands. The King of Wands as a father is someone, and I don't know if I said this, but this is a reading for you, your spouse, as a mother or father, and the energy of your future child too. So energies can all be flipped. Take it how it resonates. But the King of Wands, I will say king, and I will refer to him as a male, just because this just states that that this energy is very masculine. It can still be a female that just has a more masculine energy. So the King of Wands as a father is someone who's very motivating and inspiring. someone who's very like athletic. Some may call him, like the fun dad. He's someone who is really involved, I feel like, with athletics, and, someone who coaches the team, someone who, always wants to do fun activities with their children, wants to get them out of the house. It's definitely not the dad who just puts them in front of the TV and just, have a good day. It's a dad that wants to be active and involved. The King of Wands is someone who's very protective of his family, especially his daughters. May take you a while to actually, be comfortable with his daughter dating. Someone who may also have a bad temper. Just someone who gets very riled up very easily, someone who may raise his voice a lot. Doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, but just with the wands, it's fire energy. We tend to be very, quick-tempered, things like that. The energy that I'm getting from the King of Wands, it could be yours, your spouse's, or your future child's, is Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Next, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Queen of Wands twice. So this is definitely very important for this reading. So the Queen of Wands, as a mother, the Queen of Wands can be like an excellent housewife if you chose to do that. So whatever they do, they take it in stride and they do it the best that they can, The Queen of Wands loves creative games. They love art projects and activities. Like I said, the Queen and the King of Wands aren't someone to just plop their kid in front of the TV and have a good day. You know what I mean? There's someone who wants to be involved. There's someone who wants to do fun activities with their kids. Someone who wants to do art projects. Someone who wants to get them out of the house and, just make up fun games for them to do. Something to get them out and active. The Queen of Wands could actually be, like the PTA mom. They do things with perfection. They love to organize things. They love to plan things. They do the bake sales. They do the activities for the dance. They're volunteering, wants to go on field trips with you. They want to be very active in their child's life. The Queen of Wands also loves to throw parties, like birthday parties. I feel like everything's going to have a fun theme. They're going to go above and beyond, all out. They're going to be that extra mom. And they're going to be the mom that kids, want to be around. They're going to be very exciting and very just involved. The energies I'm getting for this are Pisces, Aries, Cancer, and Leo. Next, we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, so it is a good omen. The aces are good omens for pregnancy if you are trying to have a child. The Ace of Wands can also signify the birth of a boy. So we do have a lot of masculine energy here. So you could definitely be having a baby boy. The Ace of Wands with the Page of Cups now. Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups could signify a positive pregnancy test, starting a new beginning. Pages are all about children too, younger figures. Ace of Wands, new and exciting opportunities as well. So yeah, it could be a positive pregnancy test. We do have the King of Pentacles as well. So, this could be for two separate people with two different kings and two queens. So this could be, you could be dating more of a King of Pentacles person. So the King of Pentacles as a father can be a little strict. It's certainly someone who works very hard and long hours to provide for their family. Someone who has very high expectations for their children. When they come home, they expect, homework to be done, dinner to be on the table, that kind of thing. But it's also someone who treats their spouse as an equal. They may want their wife to be stay-at-home just because they do work a lot and they are very career-focused. But if not, and the wife works, however it is, then they definitely see their spouse as an equal and as a team player. He wants to work together as a team with his wife, but at home, he definitely is the boss. They have that final say-so in the relationship and at home. Energies that I'm getting for this is Leo, Virgo, and Sagittarius, and Capricorn. So we do have Sagittarius here twice. We have, we have Taurus for the Hierophant. For the Wands, we have Leo, again, Aries. Let's see. Don't have a lot of water, but we do have Page of Cups, so it could be Cancer energy here as well. Let's see, we have, next is Uranus. So Uranus is the card of revolution. This is a card of breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening, technology, innovation, humanitarianism, I can't say that, Reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, rupture, edge, diversity, and lightning. The zodiac for this is Aquarius. So for this, I feel like your child could be very original, very maybe technology focused. They could be very good with IT or coding, things like that. I feel like maybe like an inventor. They come up with innovative new ideas. They may be a little, off the beaten path. Aquariuses tend to be a little, and I mean this in a good way, but like a little weird, They tend to be like into things that a lot of people aren't into. So your child could be like that. They could be very, go against the grain, not very conformative to society and social norms. Next, we have the one that I can't pronounce, the whatever, it means complexity. This is a card of that irritates, puzzles, mystifies, complicates, contradicts, clashes, misses the marks, requires translation, adjusts, makes curious, educates, and transforms. So I feel like your child and you may not always see eye to eye. Like I said, your child may be kind of off the beaten path, doesn't really conform to societal norms and the way that you may expect them to be. Like I said, they may be like a little bit of an oddball. With this card, it signifies zodiac signs that are 5 signs apart and with clashing elements. So, like Aries and Virgo or Scorpio, they kind of clash and they're 5 signs apart. Mutable versus, crap, I can't think. You know what I'm talking about. I really can't think of it. My mind just went blank. I know I'm going to think of it later. It's going to make me so mad. But yeah, clashing elements and qualities. So I feel like this could be you and your child. So you guys may not always see eye to eye. They may kind of puzzle you because they're a little bit, like I said, they're a little bit of an oddball. Definitely their own person and their own thinker. We have Aries, which is the radical. So your child could be an Aries, you could be Aries, your spouse could be Aries, or they could just exhibit Aries-like qualities such as being very active, self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, exhilarating, innocent, someone who's on a mission, someone who's bossy, driving, sparky, courageous, selfish, macho, impulsive, argumentative, and competitive. Next, we have the Scorpio. So I just want to say, yeah, we have strong Scorpio and Aries energy in these cards too, so definitely pay attention to those signs. Scorpio is the animal. They may have qualities of being very transformative, intense, passionate, secretive, carnal, thorough, obsessive, intimate, primal, lusty, deep, eternal, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative, compulsive, destructive, and manipulative. So, if you guys are looking to start a family, I see it. We definitely do have King and Queens here. And we have 2 separate matches, King of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands and King of Wands with the Queen of Wands. We do have commitment here. There is some fear of commitment, though. Some abandonment issues. So I feel like you guys definitely have to work through that. But I definitely see a good partnership here. Strong masculine energy. So I feel like your first child definitely could be a boy or a girl with very strong masculine energy. Definitely like a tomboy type. Definitely pay attention to Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, Sagittarius as well, Capricorn, Aquarius. Pay attention to those types of signs. But I'm definitely seeing that if you want to get pregnant and you're trying for a family, it is a good time, for sure. You guys will be very successful in it. Definitely good parents. And I feel like you guys may have a fear that, maybe your parents weren't the best, and you're afraid that maybe, you might fail as a parent, and I'm not saying that. I feel like you guys are going, I feel like no one knows how to be a parent, really. You just kind of have to take it as you go, and I feel like there's no need to be fearful. Alright, the next group that we have is Amethyst. Oops. The Amethyst group. Let's see what cards we have. We have the Fool, the Four of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Sun, the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Chariot. We also have the Ninth House of Seeking, the Numinous, which is Mystery, Venus, which is Love, and Saturn, which is Wisdom. You guys have an awesome reading. So first and foremost, let's start with the Queen of Cups as a mother. So like I said, this could be the energy of you, your spouse, or your child. So if this is the opposite sex, you know, if it says Queen of Cups, but if you're really dealing with a male, this could just mean they may have a more feminine energy about them and vice versa. The Queen of Cups is someone who will put her husband before her children, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. They just believe that a happy family starts with a happy marriage. So they're going to be someone who's going to be a very good mother, someone who allows her children to grow up around a lot of art, someone who encourages dreams and fantasies. Queen of Cups is someone who's very intuitive, so they definitely support artistic endeavors. Queen of Cups is someone who's very feminine and sensitive and a good listener. The energies that I'm getting from this card are Gemini, Cancer, Libra, and Scorpio. Next we have, let's start with the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancer energy. It's also moving forward, moving towards something. We do have Four of Wands, which is like the happy home. So you guys could be moving, relocating, you and your spouse. With the Chariot, it indicates, and the Chariot and the Sun especially, the Sun is fire energy. You can also see that the Sun, she's holding a baby. The Chariot and the Sun together indicates a healthy baby. So I think first and foremost, that is very important to have a healthy child. It doesn't really matter about gender, you know, as long as your baby is healthy, honestly. That's what really matters. And I feel like you guys are going to have a very healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby. Now, we do have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords could be maybe struggling with pregnancy, struggling with getting pregnant, I mean. I feel like you guys could have success with in vitro if you choose to go that route. But I also feel like you guys are having trouble having a baby and getting pregnant, maybe staying pregnant as well, unfortunately. I feel like with the High Priestess, it's going to be a surprise. I feel like you think maybe, you know, you can't get pregnant, you're having a lot of trouble getting pregnant, and you given up a little bit. Maybe you're looking at other options such as surrogates or in vitro procedures, and I feel like once you guys get pregnant, it's going to be a complete surprise. We have the Lovers, so you guys could be having a baby with your soulmate, but I feel like this is multiples, this is twins, this is triplets, this is multiple babies at once. So I feel like that's going to be a huge surprise to you too with the High Priestess. And so you could be definitely finding out you're having twins. Maybe if you are doing in vitro, you know, they do multiple eggs, you guys could be having triplets or quadruplets, you know, something that just blesses you immensely with, you know, and helps make up for all the hard times that you've been through getting pregnant. With the Fool especially, this indicates a new beginning, starting something new, a new journey. So I feel like you guys have been through a hard time getting pregnant, a hard time having a baby and starting a family. I feel like it's coming. I don't have a time frame here, but I feel like it's going to be a complete surprise, and it's going to be so joyous. And I feel like above overall, you just want a happy, healthy baby. And I feel like you guys are going to get that. The Sun and the Chariot does indicate a healthy baby, a healthy pregnancy. So you guys are going to get that. And I feel like that's the most important thing for you guys. Start with these cards. So we have Saturn, which is wisdom. Energy for Saturn is Capricorn. You could be having a Capricorn baby. You could be a Capricorn, or your spouse could be a Capricorn. So Saturn is about wisdom. It's about discipline, structure, time, responsibility, test, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, and scaffolding. Your child can be very intelligent, very disciplined, very, I just want to say very earthy. You know, the earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, are very grounded. They're very serious signs. I feel like your child could be like that, or you could be like that as well. Next, Saturn is also Aquarius, also, because I do have the swords. We have some air energy here. Let's go next. Venus, which is love. It's about beauty, harmony, romance, charm, receiving, sensuality, luxury, wealth, diplomacy, magnetism, value, pleasure, adornment, adoration, attraction, indulgence, taste, and style. The signs for the Venus card is Taurus and Libra. With the Venus and Love card, I feel like, and with the lovers, I definitely feel like you could definitely be having a baby with your soulmate. The Venus card also could just, you're just so in love with your baby. You're so in love with pregnancy and this transformation and this new beginning you're about to embark on. Next, we have the ninth house of seeking, which is Sagittarius. You could have a Sagittarius baby. We do have the sun here. So yeah, we do have fire energy. The ninth house of seeking is about foreign travel. I do want to say we have the Chariot and Four of Wands, which is, traveling, maybe moving homes. It's about adventure, higher education, customs, faith, belief, pilgrimages, spiritual quest, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus, and risk-taking. So your baby could be a Sagittarius, so they could just exhibit maybe some Sagittarius-like qualities. I am a Sagittarius. We love to travel. We love to go out on ventures. We love to take risks. We love to just kind of be in the moment. We love learning. We love knowledge. We love about learning about other cultures and seeking other just ideas and, getting more in touch with our spirituality. Next, we have the Numinous, which is mystery. This card always comes up to me when I'm not... when I'm kind of not supposed to know something, when I'm supposed to just kind of like let things happen. So I feel like this, like I said, there's no time frame on it. I don't have any gender here. So I feel like it's just kind of a mystery. And I feel like it's going to be the biggest blessing and surprise when you guys do get pregnant. The Numinous card is also all about the unknown. It's about psychic abilities. So you could be very intuitive, have psychic abilities, or your child could. So universal truth, the unnameable, inner knowing, tingling, ghost, other worlds, space, enigmas, the occult, and your intuition. So yeah, I feel like you guys could have been struggling with pregnancy, getting pregnant, staying pregnant. I feel like it's going to happen when you least expect it. I feel like it's just going to be a huge surprise, a huge blessing. Like I said, I am getting multiples here. You could definitely be pregnant with twins, triplets, however it resonates. But I just feel like it's going to come when it's meant to come, and just stay patient and don't lose your faith. That is all I have for you guys. Let's go ahead and move on to the next group, which is the clear quartz. Alright, this is the clear quartz reading. Let's get our cards. Alright, so we have the Hermit. Oh yeah, you guys are my lucky group. As I was shuffling, 4 of everything came out. I've been doing 3 for the other groups, but you guys have 4. So you guys get a little longer reading. We have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. We have the Page of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles. The Six of Cups. And the Knight of Cups. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Cups again. We also have Cancer, the Doula, Conjunction, Empowerment, North Node, Destiny, Aquarius, the Innovator, and Mars, Action. Alright, so for you guys, with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like maybe you guys have been trying to get pregnant, especially with the Nine of Swords. Seven of Pentacles is all about a waiting period, and the Nine of Swords is just inner turmoil. It's depression, anxiety, it's a lot of mental health kind of issues, just feeling very down. So I feel like you guys have been waiting to get pregnant for a while, waiting and trying to have a baby, and it just hasn't been working out. maybe a few ended in miscarriages. This could also indicate maybe postpartum depression. With the Page of Wands and the I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. This could indicate, so the aces and the pages are about new beginnings, new messages, new starts. These two together could be a successful in vitro procedure. So if you guys have been having a hard time getting pregnant and you have been looking at other options, this does say that you could have success in vitro. Start with the Queen of Swords, also as a mother. So like I said, the energies that I'm reading for, they could be you, your spouse, or your child. Since it is a Queen of Swords, I will talk about her as a mother. This could also be your spouse. They just may have a more feminine energy if they are male, vice versa. The Queen of Swords is the King's widowed sister. She is the only one that is actually not married. So this could be you guys. You guys may not be married. You guys may be having, you guys just may not be married. You and your spouse could just be together, not really believing in marriage. You could be a widow. You could be widowed. And just wanting to start a family, ready to kind of move on and get to the next chapter in your life. The Queen of Swords rules the airy realm of thoughts. She is someone who's very sharp, very cunning with her words. She cuts to the heart of the situation very quick. This is not someone you want to BS with. She is, I feel like the Queen of Swords kind of comes from a dark place. She's seen a lot of the darker things in life, but it's made her stronger. She survived the situations that she's been through, and it's made her more swift, more astute, made her the person that she is today. The experiences that she's been through have definitely built her. The energies that I'm getting from this card is Virgo, Libra, Capricorn, and Aquarius. We also have the Hermit. So you or your child, your spouse could be a Virgo. The Hermit is also about introspection, going within, kind of taking the time by yourself and, going within to seek your answers. We have the Knight of Cups. So yeah, we have love offerings here. I feel like as a time frame, the Knight of Cups isn't the slowest, but they aren't, they're not wands, they're not swords, they're not the fastest. So in regards to time, I feel like it's coming along, just maybe not in the time frame that you've expected it to. We have the Six of Cups here twice. Six of Cups can definitely represent children. As you can see, she's holding on to a child. So this is definitely a good omen for pregnancy if you are looking to be pregnant. Let's start with these cards. So first we have Mars, which is Aries and Scorpio energy. Mars is a card of action. It's about desire, impulse, courage, force, heat, strength, competition, workouts, excitement, thirst, impatience, anger, leadership, engine, potency, willpower, motor, and sex drive. I feel like you guys are so determined. Like I said, the Queen of Swords, she has been through some things, but she has come out the other side so much stronger. I feel like you guys have a strong desire to be mother or a father and have a child. And I feel like you guys are getting a little impatient, a little angry. But I feel like this is definitely driving you. You guys aren't going to stop. You're not going to quit. You guys have such a strong, very strong willpower. Next, we have conjunction, which is empowerment. Conjunction are about, it's a planets in the same sign or in two consecutive signs. So you and your spouse or your child may be the same sign, or you guys just may be one sign over from each other. It's a card of combines with, enhances, strengthens, joins forces, activates, intensifies, authorizes, allies with, concentrates, saturates, overrides, and overwhelms. So I feel like if you're talking about you and your partner or you and your child, you guys definitely make a good team. You guys mesh very well with each other. You guys strengthen each other. You guys put out the best in each other. You guys enhance each other's abilities. I just think you guys work very well together. Next, we have North Node, which is destiny. So I feel like, the things that you're going through, it's destiny. It's however hard it may be, I feel like things are coming together the way that they're meant to come together. You know, even the hardest lessons have a bright side. There's always a silver lining out of the dark cloud, however that saying goes. So the North Node Destiny card is about soul school, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, maturing, experience, fruition, the North Star, process, development, practice, path, beacon, blossoming, becoming, integrity, and your journey. Next we have Aquarius, which is the innovator. So we do have Aquarius, and that's come up quite a bit in this reading, so definitely pay attention to that. Aquarius is the innovator. You, your spouse, or your child just may exhibit some of these qualities as well. Aquariuses are experimental, rational, unique, liberal, electric, group-oriented, humanitarian, free, radical, eccentric, diverse, futuristic, utopian, idiosyncratic, disruptive, edgy, and detached. The next one we have is Cancer, the doula. Cancers are very feeling, sympathetic, intuitive, comforting, nostalgic, protective, birthing, tender, nocturnal, caring, moody, receptive, lunar, sentimental, introverted, defensive, and family-oriented. So for those of you, who are wanting to start a family, well, first of all, I see more feminine qualities here, so it's very possible you could be having a girl. And I feel like it's going to happen. It's just not happening in the time frame that you want it to. You know, you guys have been, I feel like, heartbroken trying. You thought that it would be easier than it was. And I feel like you guys are having a hard time. Like I said, there could be some success with in vitro if you are looking that route. For others, I feel like it's going to happen. It's just going to take some time. It's going to take some patience. And just know that this is all a part of the plan and the plan for your life and the journey that you must go on. So that is all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching.